Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to TD Fans Talk. And thank you so much for waking up with TD. It is early in the morning on October 21st, 2019, 6:30 a.m. Shout out to the first one in the building with me, Cliff Peterson. Good morning to you too, man. We are live. We are live. What a Sunday of football, man. We got a lot to discuss this morning. We got to talk about the Dolphins. We got to talk about the scores around the NFL. And we got to get to a little bit of Tannehill talking. That's just real. Hey, you ain't got to like it, but it's the reality. It's the reality, man. We're going to talk about it. You up early, TD. I'm up early every morning. Every morning I'm up. Man, got me cut. We back. Yes, we are. Zohan, Dolphins Nation, Tannehill did his thing, man. We're going to talk about it, man. Dolphins played a solid game. I agree. I actually agree. Y'all hit that like button on your way in as we discuss everything around the NFL yesterday. Okay, didn't know, TD. Yes, sir. This is the Wake Up with TD morning show. We do this every morning, Monday through Friday, guys. Yes, they did. Man, y'all already know what time it is. We're going to vibe out while some people come in the room while we get started, guys. But just an amazing day of football. We got a lot to discuss. We're going to dive in today, baby. Wake up. Get up. It's early, baby. Start out with your H2O. Let me see something. Get some more of that in the blue for y'all. There you go. Tua had ankle surgery. I didn't know that. I had no idea he had ankle surgery, man. What does that mean? I mean, is he supposed to be out or something? Tua undergoes surgery for high ankle sprain. Wow. Will miss Saturday's game against Arkansas after undergoing surgery to help repair a high ankle sprain he suffered against Tennessee. Oh my gosh. Sunday morning. Our physicians performed a successful tightrope procedure on his right ankle this morning, Nick Saban said in a statement. This is the same injury, but the opposite ankle that Tua injured last season. Oh my gosh, well, he got these brittle ankles or something? So both ankles? Tua will miss next week's game against Arkansas, but we expect a full and speedy recovery. Oh my gosh. Oh. Double ankle. What we do is we drill a hole from the fibula into the tibia and cast the tight rope through the bone and cinch it down to tighten it. Oh my gosh. I can tell you now, something as simple as that. It's minor, but simple. Something as simple as that, man, could hurt this kid. Hurt this kid's prospect. He could definitely hurt him, man. And I'm glad they got a bye week after this week so we could actually see him play versus LSU. Lord, I don't want to hear people complaining, talking about, he just had surgery. He's coming back from get out of here. Oh, my gosh. Double ankle. Man, all right. Well, it is what it is. We'll see. Y'all hit that like button on your way in, guys. I had no idea. That just creeped up on me. Y'all educated me on that one. Had no idea that went down. It's crazy. All right, guys, we're about to get started. Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Thank you for waking up with TD. Morning, Bahamas Dolphins. I see you in the building. Good morning, Jonathan Blanco. Good morning to you, Julian. Shout out to you, man. Did you see the game or catch the highlights of the Chargers-Titans game? I watched the entire game. Man. He's got the Steph Curry's. That's not good. He's came back with the 28 days last time. Wow. Relax. He'll be back in time for LSU. I hope so, because I want to see it. Yep. Good morning, TD and Fins fam. Shout out to you, Vic. Shout out to the Mod Squad, guys. Your man. 9 likes, 22 in the room. Hit that like button. Everyone, please. Yes, man. Julian telling y'all, hit that like button, man. We got 25 in the room, 13 likes, guys. Maybe they are making it up so he won't be taken by the Dolphins, Bengals, Skins, etc. Nah, I doubt that. Good morning, TD. Good morning to you, Kush Ivory. Shout out to everybody in the room. We're going to go ahead and dive into the scores of the NFL first before we get into some of the main topics. I want to go ahead and get those out of the way so we can see how we did on the picks that we made. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let's see here. All right, so first and foremost, we had the Rams versus Falcons. We all said the Rams would win, and then I gave a score of 30-17, and the Rams did win, and it was a score of 37-10. So good pick on that one for us, guys. We got that score, well, not the score, but we got the win correct on that one. Then we went down to the Miami versus Buffalo. Oh, my gosh, what a competitive game. I had the Dolphins winning 27-24. What did we end up? We end up losing 31-21, so we were off. And we're going to talk a lot about the Miami Dolphins versus Buffalo Bills, what came out of that game, all right? Then we had the Jaguars versus the Bengals. We said the Jags would win 20-17. The Jags did win 27-17. We guessed the Bengals score right, but the Jags scored one more touchdown than we thought. Now, you all got that right. I said Bengals, so I was wrong. Y'all got it right. So I went with what y'all said, but I put next to it, I say Bengals. So I was wrong. Appreciate y'all helping me get it right, all right? The next game was the Vikings versus the Lions. We picked the Vikings to win 20-17. They actually put up 42 points and beat the Lions that put up 30. So we actually got that one. That was going to be a tough one to pick. We also had the Raiders versus the Packers. We picked the Packers 31-20. What happened? The Packers did win 42-24. Nice. We're actually 4-1 so far, guys. We're doing good. Now we had the Texans and Colts. Okay? We picked the Colts. We picked the Colts to win 24-21. They end up winning 30-23. Wow. Good pick, guys. That's all on y'all, man. That's all on y'all, and that's good for us. I want the Texans to lose every game possible because it helps our draft capital. So awesome, man. Now we moving right along. Arizona versus New York. You all said the Cardinals, and you were right. We had a score 28-27. The Cardinals won 27-21. Now I was wrong because I said the Giants. The Cardinals are now 500 on the season, guys. Amazing. That is just amazing. They're 500 on the season. They got 3.5 wins and 3.5 losses. Pretty cool for the Cardinals. Then we go to the 49ers, Redskins. That is a give-in, but it is a shocker. I said that they will win big, and they only won 9-0. What a game. What a game, guys. That was a shocker there. That was a tough one, okay? Chargers versus Titans. I told y'all Titans would win 34-17. Titans end up winning 23-20. We're going to talk more about that game. I said Tannehill had 4 touchdowns, and he had 2. All right, so I was off on that, but he did ball out. We'll leave it at that until we get to that conversation, all right? Also, Saints-Bears, all right? We had the Bears winning 26-24, but the Saints took it 36-25. Wow. We were off on that one, guys. But, guys, I'm shocked. We are doing great. We are 8 for 2. We're 8-2 right now on our picks. Man, I should have bundled a few of these in a parlay. Man. Then we have Ravens versus the Seahawks. We picked the Seahawks to win 31-27, and the Seahawks lost to the Ravens 30-16. No one's seen that coming, but shout out to the Ravens for getting the job done. Wow. Wow. What a game, man. Then we have the Eagles versus Cowboys. We picked the Eagles to win. I don't want to get the white hype, though. We picked the Eagles to win 31-28. But we were wrong. The Cowboys blew them out 37-10. Oh, my gosh. Tonight we have the Patriots versus the Jets. We said the Patriots will win 50-0, but that's what I say at least. But we shall see. Hold on. Let me back up. Yeah, I was actually right. That Ravens-Seahawks game, I got next to it that I said the Ravens, and I went with what y'all said, the Seahawks. So I would have been right on that Ravens game. I told y'all the Ravens was going to win, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So we ended the day. We were 8-4. We would have been 8-5 if y'all had listened to me, but we actually would have been 8-4 anyway because I would have got one wrong up here. But anywho, 8-5, 8-4 is what we went. So good picks this week, baby. We on our way to the playoffs with those picks. We got 4 games left. I like that, man. I like that. So good picks from everybody this week. We got quite a few right. One week we're going to get them all right. We're going to get them all right. Watch. You'll see. We're going to get them all right. All right. Now, good thing we got the scores out of the way. Let's see here. Now, let's talk about the Miami Dolphins for a second here. Now, we'll talk about the Dolphins last because I want that to be the primary essence of the show, okay? I want that to be the primary essence of the show. Okay, so before we talk about the Miami Dolphins, y'all already know what we're about to talk about, okay? We're about to talk about Ryan Tannehill for a second. Why are we talking about Ryan Tannehill? He's not even on the Dolphins anymore. That's old news. You know why? Because we have to understand and start to learn how to evaluate quarterbacks so that we can understand what we need in a quarterback on this roster and also what we need around our quarterback on this roster. That's why. That's exactly why we're going to talk about Ryan Tannehill for a second. Okay? Now, Ryan Tannehill yesterday took the Tennessee Titans, who have a much better offensive line, who has a much better defense, and who has a running game. He took that Tennessee Titan team and led them to a victory yesterday. And it's not just the simple fact that he led them to a victory, it's how it happened. The things that he did in this game. Now, I know that we have a lot more season to go, but the things he did in this game were eye-opening in the fact that he balled out. And I don't care that everybody keeps saying the Chargers suck. Who cares? It's an NFL game. They sucked enough to dog us. They sucked enough to beat us bad. They sucked enough to put it on us. So I don't care nothing about y'all saying the Chargers suck. We don't care nothing about that. What I'm trying to get to is what you need in a quarterback and what you don't need in a quarterback, and the importance of having the right team around the quarterback. People always say Tannehill who is who he is. That's a lie. We never knew who he was because we never had what was necessary around him. And the one time we had the things around him, he looked like an elite quarterback, but at the same token, it was only a 10-game stint. So we still couldn't say, oh, that was just a 10-game stint. We need longevity of that. And all the people always equating quarterbacks with the record. You act like you don't know football when you equate a quarterback with the record. All Tannehill is good for is 7-9 or 8-8. You act like you don't know football. You act like you don't know football. Because the quarterback doesn't equate to the record. What's around that quarterback equates to the record. Because if you think all Tannehill is good for is 7-9 or 8-8, then if he had an O-line and he had weapons and he had a defense, then all Tannehill would be good for is 11 or 12 wins. So when people make comments like all he's good for is mediocre, you act like you don't know football. Because you put everything on the quarterback when it's not the quarterback. It's 11 men on the field. It's 11 players on offense that have to all work together, do their job to get W's. We haven't won a game yet. But if the receivers caught the ball 50% more than they should, we probably would at least have one W. If people weren't fumbling like they were on our team, we would at least have one W. So when you say, so if you feel like Rosen ain't good for nothing but 0-16, or Fitzpatrick ain't good for nothing but 0-16, you're wrong. Just like Liquid Red right now. He's just wrong. He's just wrong. Just like Liquid Red in the comment section. Just straight up wrong. Beyond wrong. These are the type of individuals that act like other players don't exist on the team. Like the quarterback throws the ball. No, the quarterback hikes the ball. The quarterback throws the ball. The quarterback catches the ball and then running in for a touchdown. Those are the people who act like that's what a quarterback does. And they're wrong. And they're wrong. And Ryan Tannehill, I truly do believe, is about to prove to everyone that when there are certain players in this league that get a bad rap. They get a bad rap. Because of the things around them make them look so bad that people think that it's them. The people think it's them. Let me tell you why it's amazing to me. I go and I read the Tennessee Titans threads and all of that yesterday, and oh my God, it's funny to me. Tennessee Titan fans are getting on the Dolphins so hard. They're like, this was an amazing trade. They're like, I knew everybody kept saying, he sucked with Miami. But what I saw in Miami was a guy who got sacked more than any other player. And if you put that on the quarterback, you're delusional. Anybody who's the highest sack quarterback in the league, you got to look at the offensive line first, even if the quarterback has their flaws. And what Tennessee Titan fans were saying was, oh my gosh, this might go down as one of the greatest trades of all time, because it's one thing for us to have a guy come in and provide a spark and energy. But if you saw the throws that he made, I don't even know if some of y'all watched the game. If you saw some of the throws that Ryan Tannehill made, the commentator was literally comparing him to Patrick Mahomes in the game. And now the Tennessee Titan fans are like, well, slow down. I'm not going to give him that yet. He had one Patrick Mahomes-like game, but let's not say he's Patrick Mahomes. But isn't that funny how he can draw a comparison all of a sudden when he got an O-line, when he got weapons around him that are catching tough balls, who aren't turning the ball over, in a defense? This man thread needles all over the field on the run. Oh my God. Like, I watched the whole game. I bet you some of the people trying to sit here and be negative about it didn't even watch it. Didn't even watch it. All they did is turn on some of the highlights. Didn't even watch the game. 23 of 29 completions. 312 yards, 11 yards per pass, 11 yards per pass, y'all. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks for 17 yards, and that's 2 sacks. A rating of 120.1. And that interception came off of a Joey Bosa just manhandling the right guard. Tannehill throwing the ball to a guy And he hit the ball and it flew way up in the air, and the Chargers was just like waiting on it. And they only gave up 2 sacks. And another thing that was amazing to me was the Tennessee Titan fans. Oh my gosh, did you see how he stepped up in the pocket? How he avoided the pressure so many times? Because Tannehill had 9 hurries in the game, 4 hits after throwing the ball, and 2 sacks. 9 hurries. He stepped up in the pocket with great pocket presence, and I'm sitting here reading the Tennessee Titan fans like, wow, this guy's pocket presence is way better than Mariota's. He has great pocket presence. You know why I take their word of his pocket presence over a lot of angry Dolphin fans' word over pocket presence? Because all Miami saw was a player without a pocket, and you say he didn't have pocket presence. I continue to tell y'all, you gotta have a pocket in order to have pocket presence. The man never even had a pocket in Miami. But guess what? He had a pocket yesterday, and what was he doing? Stepping up in it, backing up in it, shifting over in it, hiking the ball 1 step to the left because the pressure was coming, making bullet throws. My wife was sitting there like, gosh, this guy knows how to throw a bullet. It ain't many in the league that I see even throw the ball like that. Everybody else try to float it and be safe. He jams it in there. Sticks it on your chest. Sticks it on your chest. And the man literally looked all pro yesterday. Literally looked all pro. And this is the one piece of a sample size that we have in his new adventure with the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, it's 1 game, EM Dolphin fan, but that's what we're evaluating. Next week, it'll be 2 games. Then it'll be 3, and we'll keep on talking about it. Because I need the Miami Dolphin fans to realize that we constantly, our problem in the last 20 years is constantly evaluating the problem of this team wrong. I'm not following this situation because of Tannehill. I'm following this situation, so I don't want people to get mad or bored out. I'm not following this situation because of Tannehill. I'm following this situation because we constantly evaluate the problem wrong. How many times have we said, man, he wasn't doing that with the Dolphins? Running backs, cornerbacks, receivers, all these guys we done traded in the last 20 years. How many times did we say he wasn't doing that with the Dolphins? Oh, he's doing better now, but he wasn't doing that with the Dolphins. Feel bad for Rosen. He in the same situation again. That's my point, Kenneth. That's why I keep saying people need to stop dogging people that are in tough situations. They treat people like Rosen and Tannehill when they were with the Dolphins as if they're in a Patrick Mahomes situation, as if they're in a Tom Brady or Russell Wilson situation. That's how they treat them. That's how they treat them. And they give them all the blame and wonder why we keep going in this cycle of sucking and rebuilding, starting over and fresh. We keep doing the same thing. Guys, when you done rebuilt 6 times in the last 20 years, that means your evaluation of what was wrong to begin with is probably wrong. Your evaluation of what the problem was wrong. And stop Liquid Red with the 7 years. You're right. 7 years of this team never doing what they needed to do to put the necessary pieces around Tannehill, except 1 year. And you saw he balled out that year until he got hurt. Like y'all ignore the straight up evidence. Y'all keep throwing out this general 7 years. What happened in the 7 years? What happened in the 7 years? Y'all really show y'all football IQ. Y'all really show your football IQ when you make comments like that and don't bring out any additional facts to support the point that you're making. So what? It was 7 years. 7 years of trash personnel around Ryan Tannehill. 6 of those years, trash offensive line. Facts. Constant trash, man. Constant. It's sickening. At the end of the day, the man balled out, man. Period. Now, the funnier thing about this is they're one game out of the playoff spot. One game out of the playoff spot. Mark my words, watch he lead them to the playoffs. Watch he lead them to the playoffs. Watch he lead them to the playoffs. And then we're going to see. And the crazy thing is, the Miami Dolphin fans are still, all the fans that act like they don't know football, they're still going to be saying the same thing. Oh, well, he got him to the playoffs because he had one of the top 10 defenses in the league. That's what we've been saying that Miami needs to put around him. Well, he got a better offensive line. That's what we've been saying they need to put around him. Well, the running game is good, too. You can't say it's all Tannehill. Well, that's what we were trying to put around him. But when have we had all three things at once? See, y'all gonna make excuses. All y'all talking that crazy stuff now, y'all gonna make excuses when he lead them to the playoffs. Y'all gonna talk about all the many reasons with the Tennessee Titans. Y'all gonna talk about all the reasons why they made it, and it wasn't Tannehill. Well, I mean, it wasn't just because of Tannehill. Yeah, I know it ain't just because of him. Just like these quarterbacks that win games, it ain't just because of them. It ain't. Period, man. It's just not. They play the Buccaneers at home. They go play the Panthers. This man finna be 5-3. No, 5-4, excuse me. After 2 weeks. Leading the division. Leading the division, man. And it's so funny when I watch Ryan Tannehill's press conference. What did the man say? And they raving about him, man. You look so sharp, but what's up with the chemistry and the camaraderie? You look so good, like you this and that and this. He said, well, receivers were making tough catches, and the offensive line was blocking. The man said out his own mouth, the offensive line was blocking. See, when a quarterback gets an offensive line that's blocking, then the quarterback can go out there and have fun. The quarterback can go out there and have fun and enjoy the game. This offensive line was blocking. Those are his exact words. He said it. He said, well, the receivers making tough catches and the offensive line was blocking. When the quarterback gets the O-line that's blocking, you can go out there and have some fun. Let it ride. Let it fly. At his own man, he know what time it is. He know what his problems was in Miami. He humble. He wasn't trying to be in Miami. It was like, well, I need protection. I need them to block for me so I can get it done. He humble. Period. Yeah, he took a beating in Miami, Barney. Yes, he did. And he got hit. He got 2 sacks yesterday. And those sacks, I ain't gonna lie, those sacks were nasty. One of them, he got sandwiched. He was just like, blue. Man, whoever their right guard is need to be replaced, though. The rest of that O-line look good. That right tackle, oh, my gosh. Joey Bosa came around that corner so many times untouched. Luckily, Tannehill stepped up and got out of there a lot of times. But, man, that right tackle was getting abused. And he hit Tannehill on the blind side on a pass in their own red zone. Tannehill about to strike it for like a 15-yard gain, putting it around the 5-yard line, and the guy was on the comeback route, so he would have got it. And Bosa hit his arm. The ball went straight up in the air. Interception. And the crazy thing is, this is just the beginning for this kid. This is just the beginning. I'm saying kid. He done been in the league for a while. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. He's going to have a successful stint in Tennessee. They're going to end up trading and or cutting Mariota, and then they're going to sign Tannehill to a deal to run that franchise. And you know what? He gonna take a friendly deal. I don't know what we be wanting. He gonna take a friendly deal. Tannehill gonna be like, "No, I'm cool, man. Just give me like a 4-year, 16 to 20 per, 16 to 20 per. I ain't trying to be paid like Russell and them out here. Thank y'all for giving me the chance, and thank y'all for putting weapons around me. Miami Dolphins will never get it right until they get it right." Oh man, the Dolphins. Wait, TD, I understand your point. Talk about the year Tannehill had in 2016. What he had Jay Ajayi to take the pressure off him. Exactly. You got a running back. That's look at Henry yesterday. Second down plays putting Tannehill in a lot of manageable situations. On first down, they were getting 4 to 5 yards every play. You making it easier for your quarterback. And then if he's good and he can throw bullets and strikes, man, Tannehill was 6 of 8 on third down. 6 of 8. Mariota was like 2 for 20. 2 for 20 on third down. Tannehill comes in one game, 6 for 8 on third down. 6 for 8. TD, in my opinion, the problem the Dolphins have had for the last 7 years is inconsistency on the coaching staff and in the front office. I would agree with that, Anthony. Front office not bringing in the necessary pieces. And the coaching, yeah, you're right. Inconsistency. Well, we changed a lot. That has a part to do problem with inconsistency. And coaches that just suck. Can't wait to see TD's reaction when Tua set the league on fire next year for the Bengals. My reaction going to be like, man, this kid looks great. I'm happy for him. I mean, what do you expect me to do? I never said this kid ain't gonna be great on the next level. Never said that. Y'all get the wrong idea about my thought process on football and my philosophy. Just because I got a stance right now, I don't know. There's unknown, so I don't know. I always tell you, he could be the greatest ever. I don't know. You a lie, EM Dolphins fan. You straight lying through your teeth right now. Talk about yes, you did. Never said such a thing. You said he trash. I say that to you, to tease you. I text you and you text me. Did you see Tua? I say trash. Just to tease you, bro. But you know good and well on camera, I've said every single time, this guy might be the greatest of all time. I don't know. There's answers that I don't have. Yeah, boy, and then when he come in the league, and if he lights it up, y'all stop wasting y'all time. Don't come to me, I told you, TD. I ain't say he wouldn't. Never said he wouldn't. Never, nah, don't be talking about just wanted to make sure. Y'all just try to paint me out to act like I be saying things that I never even say. Y'all try to trap me in this corner. Just listen to my football philosophy. You don't have to agree with it, but don't try to turn my philosophy into definitives. I rarely give definitives because when you don't know, you don't know. We all be guessing about a lot of this stuff. But at least I come out and say, I don't know. He could be the greatest of all time as far as I know. But it's things that I don't know about him that has me cautious. That's all. I just call you out on your lunacy. Yeah, whatever. We'll see. TD, with the tape that I've been watching on the quarterbacks in college this year, I much rather the Dolphins draft Joe Burrow over Tua if we draft a quarterback next year. Anthony, I'm kind of steering in that direction, but I'm going to leave that conversation alone right now. Because we're about to talk about the Dolphins after I finish my last little few minutes on getting on people about Tannehill. Because I don't want to talk about Tua this morning, get EM all riled up. I don't want to talk about Mr. Loose Ankles. I don't want to talk about the two ankle man. There's surgery on both ankles. So I ain't gonna get into that right now. Tua the ankle man right now to me. I don't know. I know one thing. If you don't think his draft stock done went down slightly, Anywho, but like I said, man, y'all got me on record right now. You got me on record. You got me on record. Tannehill gonna lead them to the playoffs, man. Tannehill's gonna lead them to the playoffs. It ain't many quarterbacks in the NFL that can do what Ryan Tannehill do with throwing bullets in precise areas. He was doing it with the Dolphins. The problem is you never got to see the consistency for the given fact that he was always on his butt once every 3 snaps. He was on his butt once every 3 snaps. It's crazy, man. Titans offense finds rhythm and victory with new starting quarterback Ryan Tannehill. That's the headline. Lord. And you know what's crazy? Yesterday, Tannehill had over 300 yards. He hadn't had over 300 yards since 2016, y'all. They came out yesterday and said Ryan Tannehill has over 300 yards for the first time since 2016. What happened in 2016? What happened in 2016? Please. What happened in 2016? The same year where Ryan Tannehill showed you what he could be with weapons around him. Tunsil. Yeah, Tunsil happened too. That's the thing. You got your quarterback protection. A little bit. I felt we should have kept him. Stanley, we couldn't keep him. I wouldn't have kept him. See, that's the thing. People would think that, oh, you just wanted us to keep Tannehill. Get over it. I would have released Tannehill because with the rebuild, why are you going to be paying that kind of salary for 2 years? You can carry that money over. I already told y'all when they traded him, he's a salary casualty. They were blowing everything. All you were going to do is get him killed even more. Obviously, all you were going to do is kind of get him killed even more. So I was one of the main ones that said, hey, man, I understand this. We had to trade him. Don't get that misunderstood. Don't get that understood. Now I'm going to say something that's probably going to ruffle some feathers. I wouldn't be surprised if Tannehill don't end up right back in a Miami Dolphins jersey. I wouldn't be surprised if that man don't end right back up in the Miami Dolphins jersey in 2 years. I would not be surprised, man. Man, I hope Tanny comes back. Just imagine Tennessee, them going to the playoffs and winning some games or doing something crazy. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to go as far as Super Bowl. But imagine them having a successful season and they go to the playoffs and win 1 or 2 games. Next year, he's going to be the guy. And what if he's balling out to the fact that he turns down the contract? And he out there. And no, it ain't going to happen because we should be a whole lot better next year regardless of what quarterback we have. We should be a lot better next year regardless of what quarterback we have because the quarterback next year should have a lot around him. A lot around him. TD, pass whatever it is you smoking. It's called life. And you already got your own. You just woke up this morning. Thank God we all here, man. That's the beautiful thing about it. That's what I smoke every day is life. Oh, man. Y'all felt that, huh? You got to take it all the way in, too. You got to take it in and exhale it. Woo! Oh, man. Ain't nothing like life, man. TD, who do you regret letting go? Nobody. No one. I don't regret any of our releases. I don't regret not a single one. I understand what we're doing. That's why. I understand what we're doing. Come on, TD. I don't even want to talk about Marino. Let's talk about the Dolphins now, not the past. I'm not. Sorry. Sorry, Roadrunner. I think you might have came in late. This conversation wasn't about Ryan Tannehill. It's about the fact that the Miami Dolphins evaluation of players, evaluation of what's wrong with this team. We constantly evaluate the problem wrong. We keep getting it wrong on what the issue is on the roster. That's what this conversation was about. We got to do a better job evaluating what the issue is so that we can improve it. We've been through 20 freaking quarterbacks, 21 now or 22 quarterbacks in 20 years, man. We got an evaluation. We got an evaluation problem on what the issue is. That's all. The issue is we have no franchise quarterback. Well, when we had one, we still didn't win a Super Bowl. So what was the issue then, Liquid Red? When we had one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time and we didn't win a Super Bowl, can you tell us what the issue was? I'm just interested in knowing. What was the issue? What was the issue? Please tell me what the issue was. No running game. Oh, so we can give that guy a no running game excuse, but we can't give anybody else an excuse. Dan Marino didn't have a defense. That's what was the problem. We were so focused on our offense that we never built our defense. And also, don't say no running game. That's wrong because Dan Marino didn't want to run the ball. He didn't run the ball. He hated running the ball. Period, man. TD, you're on Tannehill bandwagon. Bro, you way behind Jackie. I ain't on his bandwagon. I just always been a Tannehill fan. It ain't a bandwagon. It's a beautiful, nice SUV. Okay? That's what it is. All right? Ain't no bandwagon. You know what a bandwagon reference refers to? Somebody who's hopping on at the last minute because he did something great all of a sudden. Now you want to be on the team. TD always been on Tannehill team. Period. Period. Get you a Titans Tannehill jersey, too. It's okay to support a player. Hey, I already supported him. But I can't put on any colors unless it's teal, white, or orange. It is what it is. So this is the best way I can support him. I know ain't nothing wrong with supporting a player unless he play on my team. But anywho, man. All right, man. Enough about the fact that we keep getting it wrong and our fan base, half our fan base don't know football because they keep on advocating for us to get it wrong. Enough about that. Let's get on to what we did see for our future yesterday in the game. What we did see for our future yesterday in the game. I want to do something real quick and I want to get y'all opinion. Name the 3 players that shined yesterday that told you they belong to be in the future of the Miami Dolphins, and I want you to name them in order. I want you to name them in order. The 3 players yesterday that showed that they belong on this team long term. I said 3 players, y'all. And I want you to name those guys in order. Name them in order. The 3 guys that yesterday shows you that they can be a huge part of the future. Man, these are some good ones. And I knew I was going to get this response. I knew I would get this response. You know what y'all answering? Y'all saying Walton. You're saying Bone. You're saying Prince. You're saying Gesicki. You're saying Preston Williams. You're saying Taco Charleston. You're talking about Vince Vagel. Y'all done named about 7 players. And we crying about losing yesterday. We're crying about losing yesterday. Not y'all per se, but I'm just saying in general. But we named all together about 7 different combinations, 7 players. And I would say about 6 would have made my list. But I wanted to see it in order. First and foremost, number 1, Mark Walton. Mark Walton, that kid impressed yesterday. 14 carries, over 70 yards. He impressed. I love what I saw from Mark Walton yesterday. Let me tell you what Mark Walton needs to improve in. He needs to work on, in his game, his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. Now, I'm not saying they gave him a lot of opportunities to do so yesterday, but that's an element of his game that we're going to have to see open up if he's going to be the man. He's making a huge case right now of why he belongs and why he definitely should be the starter. He's making that case. And let me tell you another thing about this. Let me tell you another thing about this Mark Walton situation. What I do like about Chris Greer and how he set this up, see, nobody talks about this part of GMing. What did I tell y'all last year? I told y'all before the season last year, what did I say? I said, Drake is going to be the primary back. Balaj is going to be his backup. Now I'm going to take y'all back because this is another piece of education. It's another piece of education for y'all on my philosophy to prove what I'm telling y'all, what I told y'all last year and how it's coming to pass. And here come Liquid Red again. He lives to try to prove me wrong. He said I thought Balaj was the future. LOL. Well, here you go. Here you go, Liquid Red. I'm about to prove it to you. I'm about to educate you again because you don't listen to the things I say. Unless you're a new subscriber, then I understand you don't understand. You don't understand the history of what I've been telling y'all. So let's back up to last year and what I said. I said, what y'all have to understand with this team going forward, I could tell the way that Greer is building it. And when he brought in Flores, he brought in a guy to complement his thought process on how to build a team. I said we will never have a primary back on this roster. We will never have a primary receiver on this roster. And I said the reason, I'm going to give you the reason why and why it benefits the Miami Dolphins. We're going to save money on the running back position and the wide receiver position for long term from this point going forward so that we can put more money in the trenches and or the defense. On the defense. And let me tell you what we're doing. Last year I told you Balaj was the back. Drake was the backup. Y'all remember that? Not Balaj, I mean Ajayi, excuse me. Ajayi was the back. Drake was the backup. And there came Balaj. Came in right behind him. Now Drake is the back. And Balaj is the backup. And Mark Walton behind them. I told y'all what we would do is always run a committee so you could suppress their value at the position. You run a committee to suppress their value. And not only do you suppress their value, running backs in today's NFL could actually come a dime a dozen if you find the right guys to protect or open up holes for them. And the truth be told, we have found some great running back talent in the last five years. You went from Drake, who made the Pro Bowl. You went to, not Drake, Ajayi, who made the Pro Bowl. You went to Drake, who should have had aspirations to maybe not make the Pro Bowl, but be closer. But he's been his own downfall, not to mention the offensive line as well. We understand that. But I think Drake is capable. He just like Tannehill, he needed a good old line to make him successful. He's not the running back to go get it on his own. Now, then you have Balazs creeping up. Now you got Mark Walton, and then don't forget Patrick Laird sitting back there in the background. People think you need this premier back guy. No, you just need guys who are going to come out and perform. Whoever the hot hand, that's what they ride with. That's what the Patriots do. They don't sign no big deals for running backs. I told y'all that last week. I said that we're going to keep rotating running backs until we can find a combination of young guys on a good deal, and Mark Walton is going to be that guy. He coming in now showing it, and if he continues this, I know it's only been one game, so, hey, 1.5. He came out with a punch the last game. But if he keeps that, we found a guy on his youngest form, and we'll be able to lock him down on a very friendly contract for a 4-year deal if we can. A great extension. I could see them literally, if he's that successful this year, calling him back in because he was undrafted. I could see them calling him in. Hey man, we want to go ahead and lock you down on a 4-year deal for $12 million now. He's gonna sign. Do you see how much money you save on a guy that might work out to be your first and second down back? And now you got Balazs cleaning up on third downs and shorts or goal line situations. That's what you're seeing transform right now. So that's your answer, Liquid Red. They might have found the right combination of this is what Drake was supposed to be. Drake was supposed to be the guy. But it looked like Mark Walton is becoming that guy. And who are they putting in short yard situations? Who are they putting in at the goal line? Kalen Balazs. And he's getting the job done. He's a bigger back who don't mind going forward and putting his head down and plowing in. That's what you're seeing transform. And Patrick Laird would move up the depth chart as that third guy, waiting on somebody to slip to come in and take their spot. That's what we're seeing. And we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue bringing these undrafted players in at the running back position in X, Y, and Z and keep on trying to find young talent like that and keep on rotating. I said this last year. I told y'all this is how it was going to work. When some of y'all said, no, we ain't going to get rid of Ajayi, look what happened. I showed y'all that. Told y'all that was going to happen. Same thing with Kenyon Drake. I told y'all before the season started he was going to be in this situation. What did people say to TD? When I said what I said about Kenyon Drake, what did people say to me? Bro, Kenyon Drake ain't going nowhere. You crazy. Kenyon Drake is the future. He might be, but right now he on the trade block. Period, man. Period. It is what it is, man. But Mark Walton is emerging. Mark Walton is currently on he's serving a 6-month probation. Also goes to rehab. Mark Walton, we already know about his legal woes. Thankfully, he escaped those, random concurrent, and he's actually on probation for 6 months. He goes to rehab, and he has to forfeit his firearms, which I'm sure he's already done. And Flores said, I believe in giving guys second chances. Now, technically, it would have been his 4th chance because he got in trouble like 4 different times. But Flores said, I believe in giving chances. And people got on Flores You bringing knuckleheads, this and that, and this. Only God can judge, man. And people go through things. Sometimes they need a leader of men like Flores to reel them in and show them the way. And now this kid is being given a prime opportunity to change his life and be productive for the Miami Dolphins. And imagine if we didn't have him on this roster. I don't even think we would have been able to be as successful as we were yesterday in that first half with Drake running those carries. He wouldn't have been through those holes through the tackle like Mark Walton was. Through the tackles, I tell you. Through the guards, all up the middle. He wouldn't have, man. That's a fact. Drake wouldn't have did what Mark Walton did yesterday, and I'm sorry to say that. It wouldn't have happened because this kid was through the middle, just doing what he had to do. And I tell y'all, this is an attribute I love about running backs. Is the thing about it. Le'Veon Bell has it. Frank Gore is the master at it. And I saw it in Mark Walton. It's when you get that ball, you have this 2-foot burst. You burst forward, and then you sit. You pause and say, it just developed. Let me go. It's this. Le'Veon has that. He getting the ball running, and he stops, and then he hits the hole that creates right at that moment. And what it does, it creates the offense, so the defensive line to be coming your way and over pursue. When you stop, lanes start to open. Then you go. The basic running backs are all right, I'm running. Let me try to beat him around, or let me get through this hole, and bang, 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 going down. These guys have that. Yeah, I don't even know what you call that, but it's Frank Gore, Le'Veon Bell are masters at it. They're masters at it. They always get a hole because when it looks like they hitting one and they stop and then they hit. It's this pause that creates a hole with the defense. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy thing every time I see it. And when I saw Mark Walton yesterday, he'll be run, go. It's like he's running, but he's not running yet. There it is, bam, and then he hits the hole versus just going. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, they're very patient, man. They're very patient. It's those patient runners. I guess that's the best way to put it. They're patient runners, man. Called patient running. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm making it seem like it's a move with a name. But yeah, it's patient. And I love running backs like that. That's why he was moving that ball yesterday. Come on, y'all saw him running through situations. You thought it was a guaranteed 2 yards, and it turned out to 7 or 8. Turned out to 7 or 8, man. It's called vision. Yeah, patience and vision. I'll give it that combination. He's reading the line. Yes. Oh, my God. It's a thing of beauty, though. It's a thing of beauty. It really is, man. And I'm happy for the kid. He got to work on catching that ball out of the backfield so coaches can trust him doing that. And he also has to make sure, and I haven't seen him in situations where he had to pick up pass blocking, but I'll start to look at some film to see those situations, see how he does, because he's just going to have to take care of those parts of the game. I'm not worrying about his running. I think we found a gem. We got to make sure, and he doesn't turn the ball over. He hasn't coughed it up. That's a beautiful thing as well. He protects the ball. But I got to watch him in pass protection, see how he does. And I also need to see him catching the ball out of the backfield, see if he develops those things. Man, if he developed both of those things, we got ourselves our back for the future. For years, y'all. Because truth is, he can literally say, I came into the league starting. My first year, I was a starter. Because that's what he's doing right now. He's starting. He can carry that on and man, we might got our running back of the future. He's a little smaller. You know, when I'm taking punishments and things like that, but he want to take it. That's who he is. He don't mind the pain. I like it, man. I like it. Also, the second guy who would have been on my list. Listen, guys. This kid, Bone, when I looked at it a little bit, because I ain't even watch all of it yet, but that kid, Bone, he's really holding his own on that offensive line. I saw a few things that I was like, oh, you got to tighten up on that. But overall, to be who he is, where he was, where they picked him up, this kid, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all now. He might just be on this roster for, man, he might solidify himself. I'm not jumping too far because the offensive line is one of them things over time you'll see how it transforms. But that kid was doing, man, the whole right side. I'm going to get on Prince in a moment. Oh, my God. I mean, I will put it like this. Mark Walton is grateful for what those guys did on that O-line yesterday, too. Grateful. He should be grateful. He should be grateful. These guys blocked. These guys held their own. These guys didn't get manhandled. This man was pushing forward instead of getting plowed backwards, struggling. I like what I saw. I'm going to be honest, Mr. Ballgame and talk about it for a while. I haven't even really been paying much attention to him until yesterday when I had to go back and watch the film because I noticed some things in the game that I was like, okay. But I don't watch it every snap to be able to say it with good confidence. And I watched some things on replay and I was like, They say we need a whole remake on the O-line, but we actually got some pieces that should be starting. Should literally be starting. Should literally be starting. And people got to evaluate. See, people want to evaluate the O-line overall and say, oh, we just suck. We need a new O-line. This is the sixth different lineup on the O-line, and you see improvement week by week by week. And then we act like these guys. Yeah, we have to do better, True fans, but let's slow down for a second. We act like these guys were first and second round picks. We act like these guys have all the experience in the world. There is a such thing as development. There is a such thing as development, getting better. So we're going to automatically not allow them the time to improve and work on their craft and become pros. We just automatically look at how they've done in the first 5 games and say, yeah, we just need a new O-line. That's so unfair. You see how reactive we are a lot of times? Oh, Rosen got sacked 5 times in that first quarter. We just need a new O-line. Maybe we just need to keep working with the one we got and improve them, and at the end of the season determine which ones we need to replace. Because I promise you, if things keep going in this direction, which is up, we might be going from talking about we need 5 offensive linemen to 2. We might be talking about this guy don't need to be replaced, that guy don't need to be replaced, and that guy don't need to be replaced. But those 2, please, let's tighten those positions up. That's the point of it all. That's what you should be watching these games for this season, to evaluate and determine who stays and who goes. Not, oh, we lost again, replace the whole unit. There go our terrible evaluations again of what the issue is. There it goes again. It could be one person that's bad in a 5-man unit, and we look bad, and we want to scrap the whole unit. There we go again. Terrible evaluation of what the problem is. There it goes again. I was impressed with Bone. I really was. Now, the third guy that I was impressed with. We got Mark Walton, number 1, Bohm, number 2. The third guy that I was impressed with, y'all already know. Where he at, y'all? Where he at? Because we've been looking for him for a while. He sure as hell showed up yesterday. Where is he? Who is it? Y'all put it in the comment section. You know who it is. You know who it is. Mike Gesicki, baby. Mike freaking Gesicki. It proves to you, if you get him the targets and it's in the right place, he can make plays. Mike Gesicki bailed us out like 3 different times yesterday on major plays. Major plays. Bailed us out. Using his hands, catching the ball, bodying, using his body. He played a hell of a game. I loved it. He shows you what he can be as a tight end. And that's literally, he can be a beast. Throwing it up for him to get it, turning around, making weird catches. And the truth is, we've always, Gesicki's a bust. Y'all act like we've been throwing the ball to the man. This man been getting on average probably 1 or 2 targets a game for the last 2 seasons, for the last season and a half, obviously. And we call him a bust because last year we had to use him more in the blocking scheme because we couldn't protect. And then when he does go out for a route, there was a lot of times last year he would get open, but Tannehill's on his butt, getting sacked because he had no time. See, I keep talking about Tannehill has been a product of the Dolphins offensive line, but Gesicki has been a product of Tannehill being a product of the O-line. Imagine playing tight end and every time you turn around, the quarterback on his butt. Every time you done got behind the linebacking core of the defense, you look up and the guy already being picked up off the ground. Like, God, oh, he been sacked? Like, literally, you running your route, you working hard, you come off, you like, I'm open, where is he? Oh, man, he already calling people to the huddle. Man, I didn't even see him go down. Like, that's how fast. He's been a product of that. But the non-evaluating, non-football knowing fans, Gesicki's a bust. Think about it. This man clearly showed you yesterday what he could be. Literally. Gesicki only catches 3 passes a game and can't block, TD. We need more from him before we praise him. I'm not praising him. I'm telling you he showed what he can be. And he has improved on his blocking. Let's get that straight now. And yeah, he catches 3 passes a game because he hasn't been a target and he's been dealing with lack of protection. Quarterbacks have been going through stuff. Quarterbacks haven't even been able to deliver the ball. But imagine that tight end having a great O-line that got time to throw the ball. He'll get 5 catches a game. I mean, we're sitting here acting like tight ends get 10 catches a game. Hell, receivers don't even get 10 catches a game anymore. Mr. Ballgame said Gronkowski had to learn to block as well, and it took him a few seasons to get it right. I agree. But and that makes my point, Mr. Ballgame. That's what I be talking about. We keep on talking negative about guys who are in the first, second, or third year in the league. We keep talking down. Now, this ain't no Charles Harris situation. By all means, say what you want. Say everything you want about Charles Harris. But we keep on acting like a guy in his first year or second year. Why we do that? Like these guys, like everybody's supposed to just come in and be elite. That's impossible. Everybody can't do that. There's only a handful of players every year. Out of 200 and some players in the draft, only a handful come in just day one elite. Period, man. But those are the 3 guys that I felt like it probably is solidifying the fact that they could be a part of this future. Those are the three guys. Guys past that point. Isaiah Prince. Help hold down that. Man, these guys play good football. You got to keep an eye on those two guys, Bowman Prince. Before we talk about we need a whole new O-line. We need a whole new O-line. No, Xavier Howard didn't play yesterday. Thank God. That's me hating. That's me throwing a little shade intentionally. I'm just playing, but still, I got to rub a few people the wrong way. Thank God he ain't played. Oh, man. But anywho, literally, man, y'all got to watch out for Bowman Prince. Who else? Preston Williams. He played very well, catching balls all over the field. He got that fumble. But once again, these are the things you got to live with at this point. You got a guy who is making great plays for a team, emerging as a good player at receiver, but you can't be getting mad about the fumble because we can't forget, undrafted. It's literally like it's going to come with these things. You have to look at the positive and the negative on that. We got a player that we've solidified has played better than Devontae Parker. That could be a huge positive for our future if we need to move on from Devontae Parker. We got a guy who's playing great football. Now, he's young. He got to protect the ball. He's had his moments of drops, but he's young. We know his skill. We know he can run that route tree. That's a fact. We know he can run that route tree. We know he can put the burners on and get behind the defense. Now we got to work on him protecting the ball and securing the catch. If you got a receiver that's undrafted and you can start at that point, route tree, check. Get to the second level at ease, check. Catches the ball, check. Has some drops, but the drops don't outweigh the catches. In critical moments on top of that, check. Protect the ball? He does protect the ball. He just had that one fumble. But he got to protect the ball. Preston Williams is a part of the future. He's a part of the future. Not only is he a part of the future, but I'm gonna tell y'all now, this kid could even emerge as a 8 to 10 reception guy a game, putting up 100 yards a game. Literally, I give him one more year. Matter of fact, really just get the offensive line and the quarterback to deliver it the right way. We got a 8 to 10 catch guy with 100 yards a game. We got a potential Pro Bowl receiver. Really? Yeah, I said that. We got a potential Pro Bowl receiver in the future. I ain't seeing right now. He working kinks out, learning this game, learning how to be a pro, learning how to be a professional, learning his niche, getting the feel of the game. We already potentially got a Pro Bowler on this roster at the receiver position. And I heard somebody say Jerry Jeudy. Man, oh my God. Imagine that, Jerry Jeudy and Preston Williams. And then you just put a whole bunch of guys around them in the slot and stuff like that. Because Albert Wilson, I don't think he's past this year. I don't think he's going to be on this roster next year. They're going to have to move off of that $11 million. I don't see that unless he takes a major pay cut. Literally, man. Parker issues has never been talent-based. It has been his injuries. I agree. Literally. The best ability is availability. It's always been his issue. Parker is a talent. That's why I said Parker belongs on this roster. But if they have to move on for Parker at some point, it's a good thing that we do have Preston Williams. I've always said at Parker's salary, why not? You might as well keep him. That's a good salary to have. Preston and Devontae, yeah. It's just that is Devontae going to be on the field? Is he going to stay healthy? Right now, I like it. I mean, I'm going to be honest. On a scale of 1 to 10, right now, I'm seeing, about 6.9 level play out of Parker, and that's good for me. We need more involvement, but he's catching the ball when it comes his way, and it's not overthrown or underthrown or thrown away. He's catching the ball. He's making some plays. Outside of that Dallas game coming across the middle, that one hurt me when he dropped it, man. That one did hurt me, though. That one did hurt me. 7s and 8s, baby. Hey, Lucas, you're right. I want 7s and 8s. And if I'm saying Parker is 6.9, that's not Parker's fault. Because he's gonna be a 7 or 8 if we got the protection in the quarterback delivering the ball the right way. He's gonna be that 7 and 8. That's why I still like Parker. I don't think y'all seen the best of Devontae Parker. But the beautiful thing is when you got players like Parker, Preston, you ain't gonna hear their name all game, but you're gonna hear one of their name all, here and there. This one to Preston, that one to Parker, this one to Preston. I like it. God, this team is actually, I'm telling y'all, this team is actually pretty good. We just got to be better at defense on the pass rush. We got to be better in the pass rush. See, put it like this. We put up, how many points did we have yesterday? How many points did we have again yesterday? 21? All offense. All offense. Could you imagine yesterday if the defense would have helped in the second half? Even with our offensive woes? If the defense if we would have had a pass rush to actually get to Sam Darnold, you see how he kept breaking out and getting free and he was running the ball? Could you imagine having an elite defensive end actually getting back there, like making him pay? Can you imagine that? How much different a game? God, something as simple as an elite defensive end on this roster would have probably given us 2 wins so far. Just an elite defensive end would have probably have given us 2 wins so far. The Ravens don't score 59. They score maybe 35. I don't know. The Patriots don't score 40-something. They score 27 maybe. Do people realize that? No offense in this league is perfect. No defense in this league is perfect. But we should get better defensive play, guys. And I like what our defense did in that first half. And I'm gonna be honest, Sam Darnold had to make some nice throws through seams to get what they got. They got it. Is anything perfect in this world, TD? No, not at all. I'm a firm believer. And like I always have this saying, I don't believe in perfection. But I do believe in whatever the closest thing there is to it. Whatever that is, even if we don't know what that is, I do believe in whatever that is, the closest thing to it. See, the word perfection is something you should strive for. With the understanding that it's not real, but at the end of the day, you're still going for it. That means you'll keep trucking to be better and better and better. You're never satisfied if you're looking for perfection. I hate people when they be like, stop going for something that's not realistic. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. But you miss the thought process of striving to be perfect. That means you'll never stop. You'll always be going hard. If you're striving for something that ain't realistic, because I think, hey, you might look up one day and find perfection. You might. Not perfection, progression. I like that. True. John Brown was Ryan Lewis yesterday. Love the mentality. We get better every day. Exactly. I have -9 Patriots today betting. Hey, I should be streaming that game tonight, guys, because I think the wife says she wants to watch it. So I might be streaming that game tonight. We got 116 people in the room, only 52 likes. Let's see if we can get that like button up real quick, guys. Let's see if we can get that like button up. Like button campaign. We're taking a minute for the like button campaign. Liquor Red, I have to disagree with your last comment. The most difficult position to stand out and be great at are defensive tackles and offensive guards. He is progressing and will continue to be better every week. Listen, drafting Christian Wilkins was a great move. And then I'll take it a step further. Because if we didn't draft him, we probably would have went and got Dwayne Haskins. I rest my case. And the guy's getting better and better. I'm sick, so I'm staying home and watching TD Fans Talk. That's what's up, man. I hope I'm the cure. I hope I can help you heal up quick, man. Man, are we keeping Jakeem Grant? He hasn't done much in the past game. He's been hampering a lot of injuries. That's another thing. A lot of these guys that are in a crossroad has been injured. And people forget that too. We've had an injured roster. We started the season with an injured roster. Rashad Jones has dealt with injuries. Bobby McCain has dealt with injuries. Xavier Howard dealing with injuries. 4 different offensive linemen have had an injury at some point. Albert Wilson, Jakeem Grant. These are major players for us. And I know it's more. Injuries. TD, you miss Kiko? Oh, absolutely not. If Kiko was here, we wouldn't know that Raekwon McMillan would be emerging the way that he is. See, that's the point. I keep trying to explain to y'all. This season is to help us understand who belongs and who don't. That's what it's about. It helps us understand that. And the only crime in it all is the fact that if we didn't get rid of all those guys, that we traded and all this and that, we probably wouldn't know about Mark Walton. We probably wouldn't know about Preston Williams like that if Kenny Stills was still on this roster. We wouldn't know about these linebackers like that. We wouldn't. Man. Y'all said Phillips over Christian Wilkins. Phillips over Christian Wilkins? I actually like Phillips. I mean, he was all right to me. But again, I can't even mention the defense last year. It makes me, it disgusts me every time. That's the only reason I have a strong dislike for Matt Burke. That's exactly why I have a strong dislike for that man. Ugh. I agree, Mr. Ballgame. Thank Matt Burke for that. Oh, a joke. We are rebuilding. TD, do you think we can sign some O-line and free agency? Absolutely. But let me also help you understand something. This coaching staff, I think, has the full confidence that they can build an O-line without spending major money on it. I mean, the Patriots do it every year. They're the least spending team on the O-line, between 18 to 22 million in the last 8 years. They spent between 18 to 22 million in the last 8 years. And the league average is 37 million. They are the lowest spending team on the O-line. That'll mess with your philosophy of football. But it's something you got to pay attention to. It's something you got to pay attention to. When you really want to understand this game, I ain't trying to sit here and make it seem like I'm the all-be know-it-all. There's a lot I don't know, and I learn every day. That's what y'all got to realize. I learn more about this game every day. But the more you learn, you start to create your own philosophy on how to win. That's what coaches do. They under coaches, they've seen it all, they've saw a lot, and they create their own philosophy to win, and then they start selling that philosophy, and if it's good enough and it works and the opportunities they get, that's how they become head coaches. I want to bring that coach in. I like his philosophy of winning. He has evidential proof to back up his philosophy of what it takes and what it needs, and that's all I do is create a philosophy on what it takes to win football games. Everything, and that's why I understand the whole Russell Wilson situation with the salary cap. You got to know football in and out. It ain't just the players. You got to understand the salary cap, how that affect the players. You got to understand what personnel affects what personnel, what style of play affects that style of play. If this running back runs like this, how this ain't the O-line for it, or this is the O-line for it. It's so much that it relies on that you got to find the perfect blend. And all I'm doing is trying to come to the perfect philosophy of football. And I feel like I'm on the right track of what it takes. So when I had these conversations about football and I'm talking about philosophy, I'm talking to a whole bunch of people, not all y'all, but I'm talking about a whole bunch of people that don't even understand philosophy. What philosophy is, regardless of football. They don't understand that. They don't. They really don't. But if you think this league is about defense, you're delusional. Keaton, understand my philosophy. This league ain't about defense. This league is about a good team. A good team that takes a combination of good defense and good offense. I did not say the word great. It takes the perfect combination. It takes the perfect combination. But if you want long-term sustained success, you got to have a good defense. There's never been a team in the history of the NFL who has sustained greatness with a bad defense. Never in the history of the NFL. Never. Never. You got to have a good defense. But you also have to have an offense that can put up points. This league is about elite quarterback play. So I guess Jared Goff had elite quarterback play last year, huh? Jared Goff had elite quarterback play last year, huh? I guess that's what it is. Is that what you're saying? So Matt Ryan ain't elite anymore. Because I put him in my elite category. You're right, New York Blackout. So Matt Ryan ain't elite anymore. Because this wouldn't be happening to an elite quarterback. That's what's happening, right? Oh, Nick Foles is elite now. He's elite. Flacco elite too. Eli Manning is elite. Okay. This league is about elite quarterbacks. That's what they tell y'all. You see what I'm talking about? And they want to talk about I'm delusional. Create a football philosophy and speak on that. Don't just throw out general terms. Those are the people I'm talking about that don't understand philosophy. They throw out general terms and they ride with those terms and they don't even study football. Oh, Cam Newton, you're right. Cam Newton must be elite, huh? Trent Dilfer, I ain't even going to go over that far back to Trent Dilfer. But he elite, because that's what this league is about. Elite quarterbacks. Oh, I don't see the person who kept saying that craziness responding anymore. I don't see him responding anymore, I guess. Okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Nick Needham. EM, I got to go check him out. I haven't really studied the film on him. I got to check him out probably today or tomorrow morning, man. I got to check him out. Take a look at how he's been doing. I ain't even been up on it. I ain't watched. I wasn't paying attention to him last game. I got to get on that. See what I think, man. Because I take your word for it. I got to see. And that'll be a big ups, though. That would be a big ups, bro. Russell Wilson didn't look elite yesterday. Yeah, that happens. Russell Wilson is elite, though. I give that man his due. I don't even know what happened to Russell Wilson in that game. I mean, did they get to him or something? Did they sack him? Was it to protect? I mean, what was it? What caused Russell Wilson to have the day that he had? Because I don't know. I didn't even watch any of the game, y'all. So I haven't even watched the highlights of that game. Oh, 20 of 41. That definitely ain't Russell Wilson. And they made him throw the ball more. I told y'all when Russell Wilson throw that ball between 20 and 28 times, he's unstoppable because he's efficient in it. But 20 for 41? 48% completion percentage? And he threw a pick? It happens. It happens. I can't write the man's ship off of a game. It happens. And Lamar Jackson became a running back yesterday. He had 0 touchdowns. He was just like Russell Wilson. 9 for 20. Only 143 passing yards, no touchdowns. But he ran the ball 14 times for 116 yards and a touchdown. Running back. Wow. Ain't that something? Russell Wilson is carrying his team, offense or defense, other than what he creates. I agree with that. That's why I moved him up to the elite status. The problem with that is that ain't finna win you no Super Bowl. That ain't gonna win you no Super Bowl. That's the problem with that. That's the problem with that. That ain't gonna get you no Super Bowl. When you don't have a defense or offense around you, it ain't gonna win you no Super Bowl. But you're elite because you're still able to find some success out of it. That's my philosophy. That's my philosophy on football. It's my philosophy, man. It's the whole point that I'm always trying to drive here. Is why you don't pay a guy $35 million at the quarterback position. Taking up 20% of the cap almost. Because we can't get mad at the team for not having nothing around him. When truth be told, they're still trying. They put some things around him. Clowney, they put things around this on that team. But they can't afford the perfect 7s and 8s all across the board. You can't. It's my football philosophy. Brady says it himself. Why aren't you the highest paid? Because I enjoy Brady's words, not mine. Because I enjoy the competitive advantage of having better players around me. Because I want to win. Because he understands you pay me $35, $40 million, we ain't going to win and I ain't going to have a competitive advantage around me. I ain't going to look like the best quarterback of all time, Tom Brady. I'm not going to look like the best quarterback of all time. TD, is it true that the rumor that Devontae Parker could be traded to the 49ers? I heard the rumor. I mean, how would I know that if it's true? Nobody knows it's true but the people sitting in that office. I mean, well, I guess we can say it's true if the rumor's out there because they have fielded calls. They did confirm, the organization confirmed that they've gotten some calls about Devontae Parker. But whether they're going to do it or not, I don't know. I don't know. But I can tell you this. If the price is right, yeah, they'll pull the trigger. They dumped a little $5 million per year, and they got Preston Williams on less than $1 million a year. You see how they did that swap? See how they do that swap? But yeah, Seattle, man, I told y'all before, Seattle is going to be good enough to go to the playoffs, maybe win a game or two and lose. Yeah, I'm going to a few more games this year. Seattle's going to be good enough to go to the playoffs as it's always been ever since his rookie deal and lose. You think Seattle going to the Super Bowl? No, they ain't going to no Super Bowl. I told you, you don't pay no quarterback no $35 million a year. Y'all want to sit here and he ain't got no offense or no defense around him. He taking up $15 million of that. Your wife was probably on a high last night from the big W. Man, my wife didn't even watch the game. She wouldn't allow me to watch the game. She say she done with him. She like, I don't care that they won. Where was that versus the Saints? Where was that versus whoever she named? I don't care. She's mad. She's still mad. She's still mad at the Cowboys, regardless of the win. She's heated. I don't want to watch them. Don't even tell me what the score is. I can care less. Then I told her they won at the end of the night. Why are you telling me? I don't want to hear it. Where was that when they played the Saints? Where was that? She know. Just like Seattle, Cowboys going to be good enough to go 9-7, 10-6, or 11-5, get to the playoffs, and don't go to the Super Bowl. But you know what? The Cowboys should. Because of the way that their salaries are lined up, they got everything they need right now. But the future, when they got to pay debt, it's all going to crumble. My philosophy has not been proven wrong yet. When these quarterbacks come off their rookie deal, kiss the Super Bowl goodbye. Shout out to Ian Graven in the building. He said shout out to the Seahawks, man. Good morning to you, bro. Wow. Hey, good win yesterday, man. Good win yesterday. Shocking, but good win. Good win. Well, I actually picked y'all to win, though. So it ain't shocking. I actually picked y'all to win. Shh. TD, your boy Robert Quinn looking good in Dallas. But guess what they said last year? The non-evaluating Miami Dolphin fans. Robert Quinn a bust, man. He ain't did nothing for us. Now he balling and people talking about he ain't do that for us because you don't understand football. Our defensive tackles got hurt last year, so they went man-to-man, and they double-teamed Cam Wake and Robert Quinn all season. Every game, Robert Quinn and Cam Wake was getting double-teamed. Even with the back surgery, Joel, Robert Quinn was fighting last year. He got double-teamed a lot. He got double-teamed a lot, man. Telling y'all, man. Elder Bruce Jones said Preston is going to be good as he keeps improving his game. He can't continue to cause turnovers, especially like he caused the deep in our territory. I know, man. That was a tough one, but I kind of give him a pass. I give him a pass because he is improving and he's young. He got to learn how to be a pro. He got to learn how to protect that ball like that. And I think he will. I think he will. Really do. TD, can you read my comment from before? Let me see, Anthony. T, why does it seem when it comes to quarterbacks falling off the mountain, as scouts say it doesn't happen? Tom Brady right now it's happened to Aaron Rodgers. Let me see. Why does it seem when it comes to quarterbacks falling off the mountain, as scouts say it doesn't happen? Tom Brady right now, it's happened to Aaron Rodgers. Um, in the case of Aaron Rodgers, which as you can see, he's having a slight resurgence. I mean, I haven't been very fond of his game. Like, he's having a resurgence. But what I would say as far as falling off the mountain, I'm telling you now, it doesn't have anything to do with the quarterback that they're falling off of the mountain. We're looking at the wrong thing. It's not because of the quarterback that they're falling off the mountain. It's the salary. It's the salary. It's the salary, man, is the reason why. It's how much these guys are getting paid. All of them on their rookie deal. All of them on their rookie deal look good. You know how many quarterbacks I can name right now in the last 10 years who looked amazing on their rookie deal? And after their rookie deal, only 20% of them are still looking like they're even relevant. Just look at the Tannehill era. I keep on giving y'all the same example. The RG3s, the Cam Newtons, the Kaepernicks, all those guys. I keep giving you the example. Russell Wilson, Tannehill, all these guys. Think about their stats in their first 3 years. How amazing they were. And as soon as that third year summer came and they got their new deal, all of them fell off. Even Russell Wilson, his fell off ain't drop him to average. He's still elite, but it still wasn't what he was doing his first 3 years. Go look it up. Keaton, you're ridiculous, man. Talk about Russell Wilson still balling, you foolish. I just said that. His numbers didn't fall off like that. I mean, his play didn't fall off, but his production did. And yes, he's still balling. So where you get the foolishness from? You're ridiculous, man. Some of y'all sit around just to try to prove somebody wrong. Listen to words. Comprehend them. Put them together so you can understand what's being said versus jumping on half of the words and not even understanding a full sentence. His numbers in his first 3 years, if you look at the 3 years after that, weren't the same. That's the point I'm making. We've been through this. I pulled the numbers up. I've had a stream to show you. We went through this. I brought the receipts. We've already done this twice on this channel. We've already done it twice. I'm not saying that. That's why I also said it's not the quarterback's fault of the fall off. What happens is when they get their new deal, the general manager has to now say, all right, Russell Wilson, think about it. Russell Wilson in his first 3 years made less than $1 million all 3 years. Did y'all know that? He made less than $1 million all 3 years. All three. Super Bowl. Less than $1 million. 3 years in a row, this man made less than $1 million. Go look it up. 11 wins. 11 wins, 13 wins, 12 wins. That's what he had in those 3 years. 11 wins, 13 wins, 12 wins. Soon as they gave him his new deal. How do you literally go from 1 million a year to like 20 something and then say now the general managers have to say, all right, we're going to give him a 20 more, But now we got to go through the roster and see where we can cut $20 million. Huh. And we're a Super Bowl winning team now. So not only did he get a pay increase, but there's other players on this team that just got an increase. All right, let's make some tough decisions. We can't afford this Legion of Boom anymore. We can't afford to re-up this guy. Go ahead and get rid of him. We can't afford to re-up that guy. Go ahead and get rid of him. See if they'll take a pay cut. Nah, they don't want it. They actually want to raise. We got to keep somebody. Give him a little more. Give him a little more. Because we got to try to keep this together. We got to try to keep this together. How you go from 11 wins to 13 wins to 12 wins, and as soon as after that happens, you don't win more than 11 games in a season for 4 years straight. You don't win more than 11 games in a season. They haven't won a year straight. And my point to y'all is it's not Russell Wilson's fault. So stop making it seem like I'm getting on the quarterbacks. This is what happens when you pay them. And for the last time, I'm going to go back to Tom Brady. Why aren't you the highest paid, Tom Brady? Out of his own mouth. Because I enjoy the well, first of all, he said because I like to win. And I enjoy the competitive advantage of having better talent surround me. Because if he got paid $35 million, he knows that it's going to impact his ability to win. And he's not going to enjoy the competitive advantage of having better talent around him. This is football philosophy. The NFL is showing you this. They're showing you this. The evidence is right in front of you. Cam Newton looked superb in his first 3 seasons. Got his deal. What happened? Things aren't around him and he don't look the same. Not Cam Newton's fault. It's just that the team ain't putting enough around him. But why haven't they put enough around him? Because the money talks. We act like this is a no-cap league. Everybody who think they know football want to talk football all day and ignore the money like it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Why don't they get the better this? They need to put this. They need to do that. Okay, can you tell us where the money gonna come from? That's what I be talking about when I be like, people act like they don't know football. All they talk about is what they see on the field and think that's the gospel. This game is so much bigger than X's and O's. The game of football in the NFL is much bigger than X's and O's. The X's and O's got to go hand in hand with the dollars, the coins and bills. You gotta put it together. But that's why I don't like talking football with people who don't understand the money side of it. Can't even tell me what one of their left guard is getting paid this year. Can't even tell me what the right guard's contract is. And they talking football. This game is so much bigger than what we watch on TV. It's so much bigger. We blame general managers. They need a new general manager. Ever since they won the Super Bowl, they haven't been able to put anything around Russell Wilson. We need to fire the general manager. That ain't on the general. Well, it is on the general manager because he's the one who gave the $35 million. But you know what? If he told Russell Wilson he can walk, then they still want to blame the general manager. Because you know why? You don't let no elite quarterback walk. Oh, so just be stuck in winning 10 games a season and losing, not winning the Super Bowl. Okay, I get it. If that's what you want. If that's what you want. Tom Brady gets a lot of money from press conference. Everything he has on his page is a paid sponsor. Lucky him. I'm not making an excuse. I mean, yeah, his wife makes money. He could take a pay cut. He gets other money from other avenues. Lucky for him. Look at that advantage that they have that ain't even got nothing to do with football. Ain't even got nothing to do with on the field. He has the luxury to be able to take less money to put better talent around him. Imagine Cam Newton saying, give me $15 million a year. Man, ain't nobody going to be able to touch Seattle. Ain't nobody going to be able to touch Seattle. Russell Wilson to be Tom Brady. He'll be on his way to be Tom Brady. He'll probably have 5 rings in the next 10 years. Let him walk in that office. Just give me 15 a year. Let him walk in that office and say, just give me 15 a year, but be smart with the money I'm saving y'all. That other 20 million, do you know how far 20 million goes in the NFL? Do you know how far 20 million goes in the NFL? Not only that, guys, it ain't just the money too. It's also the drafting. It's also who's developing talent. It's so much in this game. And that's why I could tell a general fan from a general person who know football from a real football enthusiast when I see one. I know one when I see one. When they're talking about developing players, drafting right, making sure your books are in order with the salary cap and make sure you're not overpaying certain positions and making sure that you're putting more money in certain positions that warrant it. Making sure that you have the right coaching staff, making sure that the assistant coaches around are like when people be talking about, do you notice how we brought in this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy? When we be on live streams, when we be on the live stream, and some people be like, and we also brought this guy in, and he's going to be the guy who's working with the defense. We also bought Caldwell. We also when you talk about those guys, those are the people who know football. 90% of the fans don't even know 25% of the staff. You can ask people right now, name the coaching staff. Flores, of course. What's his name? He was with the Patriots. O'Shea, and our defensive coordinator, Graham Cracker or something. Yeah. Patrick Graham. And they won't be able to name another guy. They wouldn't even be able to name what happened with Dave Dugliamo, whatever. They won't. You should know that with the news of firing the offensive lineman, but they won't even know that. They don't know the coaching staff. See, when people know all of that stuff on the team, now I know you studying football. Now I know you know what you're talking about. Now I know you considering more than just what you see on the field. Those are the people who know football. But the good thing is, if you don't know football, we got a whole community over here that's teaching people as we go. Y'all ain't gonna believe how much I've learned from y'all. How much I've learned about this game from y'all. I read comments all day and I'll be like, oh, I didn't even know that. Thanks for letting me know. That's what this is about. You have a better understanding of the game. You got a better understanding about every aspect of this, man. A better understanding. And that's what this is about, man. For us to understand this game, and you know what the ultimate goal is when we understand it? You know what the ultimate goal is? So that we can make the right decisions on what needs to happen for this team in the future. Or we can understand why we did some of the decisions, why we made some of the decisions we made, so we don't crucify people for the wrong reason. For the wrong reason. I walk around here now, and every single time I was full gear head to toe last night. Dolphin flip-flops, Dolphin socks, Dolphin shorts, Dolphin shirt, Dolphin hat. Wife was like, let's get out the house. I'm like, all right. I'm at Home Depot with her. I'm at Home Depot. Everybody's stopping me. Oh, man, it's going to be all right. We're going to turn it around. I'm like, yeah, man. Time will tell. I just don't understand why we ever let go of Jay Ajayi. Like, gosh, man, look, general fans, they don't understand football. Guy not even in the league anymore. I said it last year. He has total disregard for his own health. He's he runs head first, and he's not going to last in this league. Period, man. Look at this. Teaching is not calling the student delusional. You a damn piece of trash. Well, guess what? You ain't got to be on this channel, and I'm going to make sure of it. Bye. You out of here. We just took out the trash. How about that? We just took it out. And I appreciate it anyway. You're the one who comment all day anyway. Everything we do is negative. You was the one on the stream yesterday talking about how the Dolphins suck. We'll never amount to anything. No, you didn't say we. You just kept saying, oh, you'll never do this. You'll never do that. Bro, you ain't got to worry about this channel anymore. I don't even know why you're here. Don't even know why you're here. But we appreciate your services. We appreciate your services. The YouTube, let me read a disclaimer. From this point forward, the YouTube server will still allow you to watch TD Fans Talk videos. You will just no longer be able to comment on them or have any interaction with TD nor any other subscriber. You have been discontinued. Peace. We love you, though. We love you, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Thank you for that. I know some of y'all are probably happy I got rid of him anyway, because it's been like 4 weeks now. He's been giving all the negative stuff in the world in the chat, talking trash, everything we say, whatever. Y'all suck, this, that, and this. And y'all already know me. I don't block people. If you don't like this team and you hate, I allow the comments of y'all suck. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. But I don't call nobody stupid. I don't call people trash. I don't disrespect people. Just because I'm checking people, saying somebody delusional about football is common banter back and forth. That's fun. But I don't disrespect people. Disrespect ain't allowed on this channel. Unless you EM Dolphins fan, then you can disrespect them. I'm just playing, bro. But yeah, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. And y'all know I don't block people. Mike's still in the room. Y'all know I don't block people. People probably waiting on me to block Mike too. But hey, Mike ain't disrespectful. Mike ain't disrespectful. He can come and say his piece all he want about how bad we are, how we suck, and we'll never amount to anything. That's all good with me. That's all good with me, man. But anywho, whoever that was, peace. We appreciate your love and support. TD Stephen wasn't talking to you. He was responding to haters on the comments. Hey, man, tell him to email me because I got to make sure. I want to hear it out of his own mouth. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If he wasn't talking to me, we don't want to talk to people like that. We ain't calling people trash and doing all this and that. Do I do that? We don't do that over here. So if that's what he wants, if he wants to be over here, then he can let me know, hey, TD, I wasn't talking to you. And my bad on going that far. It's that simple. I ain't trying to. It is what it is. That's just the truth. We don't do that. We don't. I respect you, TD, even though we have our differences. Oh, Nick, we got plenty. Nick is one of the residential people who get on me all day, every day about how wrong I am. I'm wrong every day to Nick, man. Nick, I already brushed my teeth this morning. TD, you're wrong. You didn't brush them. That's Nick for you, man. That's Nick for you. But nah, man, I ain't got nothing against the person who said that. I'm just saying we don't do that, man, because at the end of the day, we're turning the chat into a hateful back and forth, and I hate when that happens. Now we got subscribers arguing and fighting, calling people this, calling people that. And this is a family channel, man. We got a lot of kids that watch. Y'all be seeing it. Kids on the live stream on Friday nights. They watch these all day, every day. No, there's a line. And there's times where we walk it close, but it's fine. I don't care about that. But we ain't going to cross it. We ain't going to cross it, man. Start calling people trash and all of that stuff, man. That's just hateful. That's just hateful to me. We ain't got to do that, man. I done lost the call. But yeah, man, TD, you need to do a mock draft. Everybody keep asking me to do that, but then every week I'm going to have a mock draft. Every week I'm going to have a mock draft, and it's going to be different. Do they have a platform for me to do a mock draft where I can show people me doing it? Like, is there a platform like on ESPN or Yahoo where, you can have teams fake draft? Okay, then I'll check it out, Big Boy Sports News. I'll do a mock draft. I'll create me a draft board, and I'll see who everybody else picked. And you know what? If they have a platform for it, then I might do it every week with the updated records and the updated picks. I might do it. I might do a draft board every week. TD, you good at Madden? I'm the best at Madden. I'm the best. Says no one ever but TD. Yeah, but I can play Madden, man. I can play Madden. I'll send you a link if you want. Please, tdfanstalk@yahoo.com. Send me the link, homie. TD, what you think of Matt Moore? Nothing. It is what it is. He out there with the Chiefs. Everybody praising him, saying he had a good game. Did y'all think Matt Moore had a good game for the Chiefs? Did y'all think Matt Moore had a good game for the Chiefs? Decent. 10 of 19, 117 yards and 1 touchdown. Let me see what the rating was. He had a passer rating of 89.1. Decent. Yeah, I guess decent. Yeah. I guess decent. It is what it is. They just got to keep winning while he's out. I know that much. You got to keep winning while he's out. And I don't know if that's going to happen. One pass to Tyreek. Tanny had 300. I know, man. TD grade Taco so far with the Dolphins. Scale of 1 to 10, I'll give Taco about a 7.8. I'm impressed. I like it. I like it. And imagine him having another formidable force on the other side of him. He could only be better. Only be better. Matt Moore lost us the playoffs. I know, man. That was a hurtful game, honestly. That pass to T. Hill was lucky. To Hill. Oh. But anyway, anywho, guys, I think I went 30 minutes over my time. We had 180 people in the room at one point this morning on Wake Up with TD, which is the most we've ever had. We gained 70 subscribers yesterday, okay? On the live stream, we have 70 more subscribers. Shout out to everyone who's new to the channel. I appreciate y'all love and support. You're going to have fun over here at TD Fans Talk. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. We love y'all. We will see y'all later. This your boy TD from TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Peace. I'm out, man.